Got an instant book review for Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. I love this book. I've listened to it a few times on Audible. The whole idea is creating a mindset of everything is figureoutable, and that not to be scared from something just because you might not be familiar with it, but to lean into it and have that mindset and that mentality that I can figure it out. And she says, off the bat, we need to change our thinking. We need to train your brain for growth. So she says, there's two things that we tell ourselves way too frequently that we have to switch. One is we hear something and we say, I already know this. We hear something and we say, I already know this. And then we don't think about it. But instead of saying, I already know this, we need to say, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? And then the other thing that we do is we hear something and we say, this isn't going to work for me. And we need to change that to how can this work for me? And by doing those two things, what can I learn from this and how can this work for me? We're removing the barrier and becoming way more open-minded to looking for solutions and problem solving and having that everything is figureoutable mindset. Additionally, she has a great section about fear in the book. Fear can obviously be a big barrier for wanting to figure things out if we're scared of certain situations or consequences or whatever. She says we need to reinterpret our fear. She gives a great example of Bruce Springsteen, who says before he goes to play a show, he starts to get a pit in his stomach, his hands start to sweat, his throat starts to tighten. And because of those feelings, he knows he's pumped up and ready to go play the show. Too often, we get feelings like that, and we think that they mean that we shouldn't go play the show, or we shouldn't do this or do that, and then we end up letting fear be a barrier for us creating action or figuring something out. But what Bruce Springsteen does is he reinterprets his fear to say, because of these feelings, I know that I'm ready to go, and this is something I'm going to lean into. And then lastly, something else she says is don't fall into the trap of it's all been done before. Everything is figureoutable. Is a mindset that embraces that everyone has a uniqueness and a special gift that is each of our responsibilities to bring into the world. And just because there's someone else out there that's done it, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, because yours is going to be different. And Beyonce didn't say, I'm not going to be a singer, because there's lots of singers out there. And your favorite Italian restaurant didn't say, I'm not going to create an Italian restaurant because there's lots of good eggplant parms out there already. It is each of our responsibilities to follow our dream, our passion, our thought, whatever it is, cultivate it and bring it into the world so the world can experience our uniqueness and our special gift. And each of those things, guys, contributes to the everything is figureoutable mindset. You should totally read this book if you have any interest in like a growth-oriented mindset. It's like the 101. She breaks everything down into really digestible, easy to understand pieces. She's cool. She's funny. You should totally check it out. If you have read it, I would love to hear what you guys think. Please hit me in the comments. Otherwise, please bang subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.